Welcome to Heartland Family Adventures. Today we invite you to join us at Tutto Italia in the Italy World Showcase Pavilion at Epcot. Tutto Italia is open for lunch and dinner and is a popular location at Epcot for traditional Italian dishes, including handmade pasta, chicken, fish, lasagna, and more. Dining reservations here are highly recommended, and guests can either sit in the indoor dining room or on the outside patio. We love the decorations inside the restaurant, and it has a warm atmosphere with chandeliers, cozy booths and tables, and beautiful Italian landscape murals on the walls. If you're new to our channel, thanks for joining us. We post new content every week with our family travels, including theme parks, hotel and dining reviews, and more. We hope you enjoy. We are at Italy Pavilion, getting ready to go to Tutto Italia for dinner. First time going here for dinner. We have Tutto Italia Restaurant, and then there's also the Tutto Gusto wine cellar next door, which is always a good place to stop for some wines. Over here in the courtyard, and in the back of the courtyard is Via Napoli, which is a great place to get pizza. Here in the Italy Pavilion, so many good choices. But tonight, we try Tutto Italia for the first time. I'm so excited. The menu at Tutto Italia, so we have the calamari, we have a caprese. All these sound so good. We got pasta, they got lasagna, spaghetti, we got chicken parmesan, chicken fettuccine. And then for dessert, they have cannolis, gelato, and the kids menu as well. And they also have a QR code you can scan. From our table, it's beautiful in here. I love the decorations. So pretty. They've these beautiful murals on the walls. And chandeliers. Oh, look at this mural over on this side. It's so pretty. Chandeliers in the ceiling. Hey, Dave. You know what we're going to order?
I think I'm ready.
Yeah? They've got a few different wine flights on here that I'm excited to try, and some just amazing Italian food. So I'm so excited. Nice, hearty Italian meal. All right. So to start off our meal, we get a nice bread service. These come out nice firm rolls. They smell, oh, look at that, flaky and soft. Well, they smell amazing. They smell like rosemary. It smells really good. And then we have a olive oil dipping, some little dipping sauce over here. Yeah, nice and crisp on the outside, nice and fluffy and soft on the inside. Got a nice hint of rosemary flavor. It's a good little roll. It's nice.
I'd say any place that on Disney property that gives you bread services, that's a good bonus.
Definitely. And we're getting our Caprese appetizer, so this will go really nicely with that too, with the tomatoes and the cheese. It's be good. Appetizer options include the tagliere, which is a nice meat and cheese board with accompaniments. They also have a Caesar salad, the carpaccio di manzo, which is a charred Wagyu beef, calamari, and caprese. Also excited to try out their wine flights during our visit, and they have 3 different flights to choose from, including the Under a Tuscan Sun, the crisp Italian whites, and From the Hills of Piemonte. We started off our meal with a couple of wine flights. Mine is the From the Hills of Piemonte. This is a wine flight that kind of takes you from whites up to reds. So this one is the Gavi Bastiolo. It's the white. And try this one. It's a 2018 vintage. Oh, nice and light. Reminds me of a Pinot Grigio. Very light and citrusy, a little bit tart. That one's nice. Okay, the next one is the Dolcetto di Alba Bastiolo. This is a 2017 vintage. It smells good. one reminds me a little bit of a Pinot Noir. That's very good. I like that a lot. I'm gonna have to look this one up afterwards. I really like that. You get a hint of like almost like raspberry or blackberry, kind of a berry notes. Really nice. I like that one a lot. And you see it's a darker red color. Okay, third one. This is the Lingue Nebbiolo Terra di Vacco. This is another 2018 vintage. This one smells a little spicier. Yeah, it has more spice to it. Reminds me a little bit of a Zinfandel, maybe kind of more like that style. A little bit spicier, more robust, more kind of berry notes and spice. But nice. You kind of work your way up from the whites to the reds. This is definitely the most robust, the boldest flavor. But I like all three. Those are very nice. And down here, our appetizer arrived. This is our
Caprese.
antipasti, and this is the Fior di Latte Caprese, vine-ripe tomatoes with basil, Maldon sea salt, Tuscan olive oil, and a balsamic glaze. The mozzarella looks amazing, and those tomatoes look very nice and juicy. Let me just kind of cut right in here. Got a little bit of balsamic glaze and olive oil drenched kind of over on top, drizzled over the top. But I really wanted to, oh, look at that. Look at that. That's a big bite. Fresh mozzarella. Nice sea salt. Nice amount of salt on there. Good seasoning. And the tomatoes are nice and soft and ripe. And sweet tomatoes. That's delicious. And you get the hint of the balsamic kind of cut through the tomato and the acidity. That's delicious. Love that. Dave is trying the Under the Tuscan Sun wine flight. So he's a red wine fan. So he had to get the one with all three red wines. This first one is the Chianti Terra di Vacco, 2018 vintage. See what you think of that one.
Love a good Chianti. It's nice. It's got a little bit of acidity, but not too overpowering. Yeah, that'd be good. It'd be good to try that with the pasta.
Oh, definitely. The second one is the Tagetto Dono Olympia 2016 vintage. Should be a nice
Older
one.
wine,
This
yeah.
one's the Cab Franc.
Not bad. I don't usually like Cab Francs, to be honest. I usually like Cabernet Sauvignon, which is kind of the Cabernet Franc was the parent that they made Cabernet Sauvignon out of. I usually find these to be kind of lacking in flavor. But
What do you think?
That's pretty good.
You like it? Nice. All right. So last but not least, we have, this is the Sangiovese. This is the Tre Brianxia 2015 vintage.
These are very old wines.
These are
compared to
old
what you usually
wines.
drink,
Yeah. So this is a Sangiovese.
Oh, that's got a lot more pepper. This is my favorite.
You like that?
Yeah, I like a little bit more pepperyness to my wine.
Uh-huh. We've had Sangiovese before. You don't typically find it because it's we usually get Chianti instead.
Yeah.
So
Chianti is a Sangiovese that's kind of been blended with some other grapes.
Yep.
Typically, it has to be at least 70% Sangiovese, but this is full Sangiovese.
to be called Sangiovese, in order for it to be called Sangiovese, it has to be full 100% Sangiovese grape.
Very nice.
Very nice. You like it? Which one's your favorite? That one. All right, we're gonna enjoy our delicious caprese and our wines and wait for our entrees. Oh, do you want to try it too? See what you think?
I always love Caprese.
Oh, it's so good. That fresh mozzarella. Oh my goodness, it's delicious. It's got that. Something about it.
It's very good.
Pairs so nicely with wine too.
Could use some more of the balsamic. I wish there was more on there.
The cheese is nicely salted though.
Yeah, but the mozzarella is excellent.
Yeah.
It's good fresh mozzarella. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, we'll stay tuned. We'll see you when we're back with our entrees. Entree options include the salmon, the chicken parmigiana, and a 12-ounce grilled New York strip steak. Handmade pasta options include the lasagna alla Bolognese, the fettuccine, spaghetti, and a penne alla vodka. Kids meals options include the spaghetti, chicken tenders, mozzarella sticks, and cheese or pepperoni pizza.
All right, Sam, what do you think?
That is a big chicken parmesan. All right, well, this is the parmigiana. This is the breaded chicken breast with mozzarella, parmesan, fresh spaghetti, and tomato sauce over here. It's on the side. If you needed more.
I don't know if it really comes through just how ridiculously huge this thing is.
It's as big as my face. It's as big as my hand. Look bigger than my hand. That's a humongous chicken. No way I'm going to be able to finish this, but it looks really, really delicious. So I'm going to enjoy this. Let's get into it. Oh, it's very, very thin. The chicken is very, very thin, so that's nice at least. Dip you in here a little bit. So, very thinly. The chicken breast has been pounded out very, very thin and breaded nice and crispy. Got a big layer of cheese on here. See that fine layer of chicken and a crispy, crispy outer shell. It's delicious. That's a good chicken parmesan. And try the noodles.
Yeah, try some of that spaghetti.
Tell us in the comments below how you eat your spaghetti. I don't think there's any ladylike way to eat spaghetti. Nice pasta. Maybe not the best I've ever had. It's a good sauce on it, nicely dressed. Well, it's not overcooked. I don't know if it's al dente. But it's good. It's okay. This is good though. The chicken parmesan is delicious. Delicioso.
Oh man. A lot of flavor going on there.
Yeah, I love. Look at all those layers. Oh my goodness, all the flavor.
That is so good.
Uh-huh.
I think it's the veal and the pork and the beef.
The mixture of meats and cheeses.
That just brings it over the top compared to the traditional lasagna that you get at a Italian place that we go to at home.
Right. Well, this takes it to the next level, doesn't it? Oh, I have a little bit of order envy just because yours is smaller than mine. I don't know how I'm gonna
If you're really hungry, then get that.
get the chicken parmesan if you're really, really hungry. But get the lasagna if you just want something delicious and Italian. It's a lot smaller. I should have got that.
Try that Chianti.
Try that with the Chianti. I bet it pairs really nicely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wine, to me, it really needs the food that pairs with it.
Yeah.
It just totally changes the flavor. It really brings out some of the complexity. That Chianti is so much better with lasagna.
With lasagna. Yeah, I bet. All right. Well, we'll be back for our dolce dessert time.
It was okay. Sam has called it quits.
I can't do any more and save room for dessert. I could. I don't think I could even finish that. Not both. There's no way. That is easily shareable between two people. If you want to just get the chicken parmesan and share it between two people, or maybe even three, that's a big entree. We also have a nice variety of dessert options, including the panna cotta, a key lime cheesecake, a traditional grandmother cake with custard cream and almonds, a mocha tiramisu, cannoli, cappuccino truffles, as well as gelato and sorbet. So for our dolce, for our final course, we got the tiramisu. It looks delicious. This is easily a shareable dessert. That looks nice layer here, and it looks like a dark coating of chocolate on top. That looks delicious. Got our cocoa or coffee dusting on top. Our layers of our, oh, you can see in here, you can see the lady fingers. The lady fingers in there. Yep. And the cream. And then we got some coffees to go with our dessert because why not? Mm-hmm. always nice to go have some coffee to go with your dessert in Italy. Let's see how this is. It is very light. Another bite here. Get in there a little bit more. See if I'm not getting a lot of the coffee flavor yet, but I'm gonna dig in. Oh, there we go. There's the lady fingers. They're soaked in, looks like they're soaked in the coffee inside there. Delicious. Yeah, nice cream flavor. The lady fingers are soaked in the coffee. And got this nice, kind of almost a bitter chocolate on top. I really like that. It's nice. It's a nice pairing with the chocolate and the cream. Chocolate and the cream and the coffee flavor. That's really, really good together. And perfect with a cup of coffee to help end the meal. Delizioso. This is Dave's favorite kind of dessert. Anytime we go to a restaurant that has tiramisu, Dave must order it. It's his favorite dessert.
That was very good, but I did the same thing you did and get a lot of coffee.
Yeah, you kind of got to get inside to the inside part to get some more of the coffee.
There we go.
Yeah, you found it.
That's very, very good tiramisu. The nice creamy and the dark chocolate layer and the coffee in the middle.
Yeah, that bitter, like a bittersweet, semi-sweet chocolate goes really nicely with the coffee and the cream.
And with a cup of coffee.
Yeah. That's a nice way to end the meal, especially after such a hearty meal with the spaghetti and the chicken parmesan and the lasagna. Something just about having a cup of coffee to end the meal just really hits the spot.
I agree.
All right. Well, we will see you here shortly. We're going to finish up our dessert, and then we'll give you a recap of our experience. So we had just finished our dinner at Tutto Italia. What do you think, Dave?
It was very good. I don't think it was the best Italian we've ever had, but it was very, very good.
Yeah, good, solid Italian food, a nice hearty meal for a Disney property. I definitely would say. Out of the Italian restaurants that we've eaten at Disney, I would say that the Trattoria al Forno was maybe a little bit like, I would say, maybe we liked that place a little bit better as far as Italian food goes, Italian restaurants. This is a good option though if you want to stay in the Disney parks at Epcot. So,
right. Yeah, I agree with that.
Good option there.
You did have good advice though. The chicken parmesan, it's go in and just split that.
Seriously, oh my goodness.
Good value for your meal, plenty of food.
That would be a good value. Just go in and share that, and then you get an appetizer or dessert to go with it. We loved the wine flights though. The wine flights were excellent.
Yeah, I was surprised by the quality of the wines.
Yeah, and the appetizer, the Caprese was delicious. The dessert, the tiramisu, was wonderful. Maybe not the best tiramisu I've ever had, but it was good tiramisu.
Yeah.
And we got coffee at the end of the meal. It was a nice relaxing into the meal. We enjoyed everything very much. Maybe just not the best we've ever had, but very good, very enjoyable. So definitely recommend it. Would say that it's a wonderful location to bring your family, your kids. We would definitely come back here and bring the kids.
Yeah.
They have spaghetti and meatballs. They have all the kid-friendly options
Italian's
here.
always safe.
Yeah, it's definitely a very safe option to bring the kids to. Nothing too fancy on the menu. Very just hearty, comfort Italian food. Great service. Our waiter was so kind. He was so nice and attentive. Came back to check on us multiple times, making sure we were having a good experience. And at the end of the meal, he goes, oh, look at you guys. He was so proud of us for finishing our meal. I did not finish my chicken parmesan, but we did finish off our wine flights and our tiramisu, and he goes finito, finito, finito. So he was very proud of us for being able to finish all the rest of our meal.
Very, very Italian.
So I love that. I love that they had Italian waiters working in the restaurant. It just adds that next level to your experience. I really enjoyed it. Again, maybe not the best food that you'll have in the park. I think there are better food options if you're just looking for the quality of the food itself. But great customer service, great experience, really nice environment in there. I really enjoyed it.
Yes, I agree.
All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video of Tutto Italia. We enjoyed making it. I hope you have a wonderful morning, good afternoon, good evening, and tonight. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Ciao.